Hi all, and welcome to another seasonal event in Final Fantasy XIV, and this time it is The Rising. The footfalls of today echo in the legacies of tomorrow, and this seasonal event runs from Saturday the 27th of August to the 12th of September, which is a Monday, and it can be found in Ul'Dah, Steppes of Nald, and you get it by talking to the Wandering Minstrel. Newfound Journey. The Wandering Minstrel has a request for an experienced adventurer, and you need to be level 15 in order to get in on this adventure. So if you are not, then you need to work a little bit. And the event items are down here, and we have this Minion Clockwork Solus minion. No lands must remain beyond its grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule. Certain items available during previous iterations of the event can be obtained via the Rising vendor. Please note that seasonal quests cannot be completed after the event has concluded, and as per always, when I enter this seasonal event, I will not be talking, but I will be reading out dialogue and things like that. So let's jump into the event. Hi all, and welcome to this seasonal event video in Final Fantasy XIV, and this time it is The Rising. Before we get started with that, just want to say that if you happen to enjoy the channel or the video, I would love it if you dropped a sub or a like. And having said that, let's get on with the seasonal event. Newfound Journey. Newfound Journey. Description. The Wandering Minstrel has a request for an experienced adventure. This quest is available for a limited time only. Accept. Wandering Minstrel. Ah, if it isn't my dear adventurer friend. Pleased am I to see you again. Have you perchance come to join us in remembering the calamity? If you have a moment, there is a favor I would ask of you. Would you not hear me out? Of late, more people are seeking to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the ways of the world, however, and I fear they may fall prey to less principled types in Ul'Dah. If one such as you were to help them on their way, I would feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take a fledgling adventurer under your wing? I'm truly grateful. Now, I believe a carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go and wait at the gate of Nald, chances are a soul will wander in who has just embarked upon the path of adventure. Pray, greet them and offer your help. Were not, you'll have no trouble identifying them. You need but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say it will feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you are greeted by a helpful stranger. Seasonal event. Quest accepted. Newfound Journey. Wait at designated location. What will you say? Oi, adventurer, over here! Is this your first trip to Ul'Dah? Welcome to Ul'Dah. Is this your first trip to Ul'Dah? Wide-eyed you. Who are you? An experienced adventurer, you say? And you want to help me out? Help me on my way? Well, I could certainly use some guidance. I've never been anywhere near as big and busy as Ul'Dah. My name is Nhagi'a Jakkya, but just Nhagi'a will do. And as you rightly guessed, I'm an aspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So, I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where it is? Just through that door, is it? Thank you. I'll head there at once. Nhagi'a rushes off before you can offer further explanation. Perhaps you should follow him to the quicksand. Speak with Nhagi'a Jakkya. In and out, in and out. Come on, Nhagi'a, you can do it. Oh, it's you again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's heartening to have you here too. Momodi. Why, hello there. What can I do for you today? The lad's here to register, is he? Yes, madam. I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nhagi'a Jakkya, and I'm 16 years old, practically a man grown. Hey, aren't we a lively one? Momodi is the name, and if you want to be an adventurer, then you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it, really. You just need to write your name in the register. Come, come. With that, you're officially a member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Now then, normally I'd offer you the grand tour. But in light of present company, I reckon you ought to have it from her. She's a renowned adventurer after all, the bleeding champion of Eorzea, and you could do far worse than to get her advice. To begin with, mayhap you could recommend a guild here in Ul'Dah for Nhagi'a to join. If it's too noisy in here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I'd appreciate any advice you can offer. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. What will you say? Alright, let's talk guilds. Or, give me just a moment. Alright, let's talk guilds. I'm all ears, Solana. What will you say? Adventuring can be dangerous. What attracted you to it? Or Why did you want to become an adventurer? A merchant who was in the carriage with me, something, asked me much the same thing. At the time, I couldn't give a proper answer. I had a reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Ul'Dah, it became clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon, want to see it with my own eyes, and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it then? Traveling, that is? What will you say? I love traveling. There's nothing like the thrill of seeing new sights. Traveling is nice, but I'd prefer to put my roots down somewhere. So you do. I have an older sister. During the calamity, we fled Gridania and took refuge in a village in the mountains. I ended up staying in that secluded place, and it's long been a dream of mine to travel the world. But inexperienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need? What guild will you recommend? One representing students of the fighting arts, one representing crafters and gatherers. Well, if he is about to venture into the dangerous world, then maybe... I see. A place where I can learn how to protect myself and others. If I recall correctly, Ul'Dah is home to the pugilist and thaumaturgent skills. Of those two, I choose the pugilist. I've always enjoyed rigorous exercise, and am quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild for me. I'll go and join at once. What will you say? Will you be alright by yourself? Or I can show you to the guild if you like. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine. If you should still have time, though, could we meet again afterwards? There are a few more things I'd like to ask you about. Great! I'll look for you here when I'm done. Wait a good while, but there is no sign of Nhagi'a. Perhaps you should look in on him at the Pugilist's Guild. Hammond, that was a most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say that I'm not these things anymore, of course. You're too kind, Master Hammond, and I'm sure you're still all those things and more. Now, Nhagi'a, take care you don't flatter the old man over much. His neck couldn't bear his head getting any larger. Oh, Solana, I'm glad to say that pugilism agrees with me. My thanks for your recommendation. So you're the one who sent Nhagi'a to us. The lad possesses rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in our art. Right then, my boy. Remember today's lesson well and keep at your training. Next time, we should try something a little harder. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So engrossed was I in the combination, I lost track of time. Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that if I'm resolved to walk an adventurous path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, He asks that you accompany me. If you're willing, he's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange. Wandering Minstrel, my friend, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to entrust the task to you. What? Do you mean to say Solana approached me at your behest? She did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of the times. While any number of subjects would be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers. In thus bringing different generations of adventurers together, I had hoped for inspiration to strike, and I'm pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nhagi'a to begin walking his, a reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the present and the past are deeply entwined. If we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter, and this brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the calamity, the event which gave rise to the realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well now, that sounds not unlike a treasure hunt, and it'd be my very first task as an adventurer. What do you say, Solana? Shall we do it? Excellent! When you have your items, pray seek me out at the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin our search there. Come on, let's begin looking around. Nhagi'a Jakkya is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Nhagi'a Jakkya behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Nhagi'a Jakkya accompanying you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. What will you do? Discuss the local cuisine. Oh, this is the local cuisine. Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food, from simple fare to exotic feasts. I look forward to sampling everything too. Talk. An object with a connection to the calamity. I wonder what manner of things we'll find. Nothing. Welcome, welcome. What is it that you're after? Objects with a connection to the calamity, you say? Why, I have just the thing, an amethyst ring from Ishgard steeped in sentimental value. 5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eorzea when his nation would not. Alas, The man never arrived in the flats. En route, he came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, an heirloom passed down through his line. What a tragic tale. But I wonder, how did the ring find its way back? If the knight fell, it seems the merchant couldn't have survived unscathed. I remember now. Though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking down the dragon, and with his last breath, he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, that's how it happened. So, what do you say? If you're interested, I would be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only. This feels a bit dubious. Shall we look around some more? There's bound to be other things out there. Oh, if it isn't Solana. How have you been, my friend? Nhagi'a, I'm still working at my craft, as you can see, and for the Rising this year, Astain has organized this street exhibit for me. Please feel free to browse at your leisure, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. We're looking for objects that bear a connection to the calamity. Do you have anything that fits the description? As a matter of fact, I do. Yonder pane, entitled The Sultana's Seven, depicts an inspiring event from the calamity. It was the final days before the fall of Dalamud. Its inexorable approach, foretelling our impending doom, having spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned on the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ul'Dah. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamu took to the streets with a guard consisting of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with the Sultana. There, she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th umbral era. Yet, so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. Brought to their senses by her words, people laid down their arms and set about healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted upon Ul'Dah, and those who returned from the battlefield found their home much as they had left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. Her Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Ul'Dah is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It's indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. So far so good. Let's look around just a little more. Discuss the House of Splendors. House of Splendors? What kind of place is this, I wonder? I see you're not familiar with the house. We offer wares in exchange for scripts, but our services are available only to those whom we know and trust. So if I want to be a customer, I need to make a name for myself? One day, Nhagi'a, one day. Nanabe. Greetings! From daily necessities to unusual curious, I deal in all manner of wares. If there is something in particular you seek, you need but ask. Obvious to do with the calamity. The two of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case I have something that may be of interest. It's a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. The man recorded his experiences during the calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. Oh, an adventurer's first-hand account. I'd love to pore over it. Do you keep a journal of your adventures as well, Solana? If so, I'd love to read it too one day, with your permission, of course. Oh, For another historical piece, I also have a scrapbook of articles from the Raven, Gridania's leading tabloid. These mainly covers events outside the Calamity, however. Articles from the Raven, you say? I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back. You have seen enough objects and learned the stories behind them. Make your way to the end of the Sapphire Avenue Exchange with Nhagi'a and speak with him. Right, this looks like a good a spot as any. I don't know about you, but that was all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object, it's been a great experience and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take to the Minstrel. Have you made up your mind? What will you say? The Ishgardian Knight's Ring, the Sultana's 7 Pain, the Retired Adventurer's Journal. So, the Ishgardian Knight's Ring felt like fake. This felt pretty good. And the Retired Adventurer's Journal is also pretty good. I see. I did consider that too, but in the end, settle on something else. What is it? Haha. If you don't mind, I'd like to keep it a surprise. Come, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the Minstrel awaits. You obtain the Sultana's 7 Pain. You'll find out what I choose soon enough. Welcome back. You've each found an item, I trust. Well now, what have we here? Ah yes, the Sultana's Seven. I know it well. 'Tis an iconic tale of leadership amidst great adversity. It may be said that Her Majesty's actions that fateful day helped to forge Ul'Dah as it is now. In that sense, it well suits the theme for my composition. Now then, what of you, young Nagi? And what might this be? It's a scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister is a reporter for the tabloid. During the Calamity, she traveled the realm interviewing adventurers about their journeys, and I love nothing more than to hear her tales. They seemed like such a diverse crowd, adventurers. No two people were alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found myself admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled in me the desire to see the world, to become an adventurer. That's why I choose this scrapbook. I see. The footprint someone leaves on their journey becomes the starting point for another. Yes, a verse comes to me, a blessing for those souls who are taking their first cherished steps into the unknown. Pray, lend me your ears. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? Light of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. And it is of course Naoki Yoshida. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are our inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurous journey, the world is constantly moving towards the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet, I ardently believe that it is a small but significant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on to the distant horizon and beyond. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to walking your path and know that you are in our hearts always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. It gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set out on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you again somewhere out there. What will you say? Come what may, never forget to smile. Pass my regards to your sister. I look forward to hearing your tales. Though much and more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continued to set forth, paving the way unto the future. In such a moment in history do we stand, and for you I would perform another song. I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nhagi'a set up? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling inventor, or did it awaken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when you are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. So long as you harbor love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end. Newfound journey. Complete. Seasonal event. Quest complete. Achievement unlocked. The whole 9 yards. Complete the quest Newfound journey. And here we have the Clockwork Solus. You can now summon the Clockwork Solus minion. And there we have it. And with that, the video and the seasonal event is over. Thank you for watching this seasonal event in Final Fantasy XIV along with me. Hopefully you had as much fun as I had. I would love it if you dropped a sub or like, and I would also love it if I saw you again in future videos. But for now, it is time to say bye bye.